So Tinder is in a bit of a weird spot right now. First off, 75% of its users are men, which is crazy. 2/3 of the users say they're already in a relationship, so it's just like being used for social media. Half of users say they aren't even interested in meeting somebody. It has the highest average swipes needed for a match, which is around 170. It has more bots and scammers than any other dating app. And although I haven't used it myself, I constantly hear that the support, when you have whatever problem, that it's like complete trash. And I remember coming across a BBC article, I'm going to pull it up here, where a woman literally got assaulted and she just tried to contact Tinder, and it took months and months for them to respond. And then they ended up banning her from Tinder, which is like so bad. Like, it's so messed up. But the fact is, like, despite all this insanity, it's still being carried by the fact that it is the most popular dating app. Like, it is objectively worse than other options on almost every metric, but it's the most popular option. And that carries it. Although in Canada, at least Hinge has overtaken Tinder for the #1 spot. But I'm wondering, how has it been for you, especially in the last year? For myself and the guys that I help, it seems like it's actually got quite a lot more grindy, especially like in the last few months. And it's why I don't honestly talk that much about it on my channel, because I just don't do that well on the app. Even though Tinder videos get a lot more views, I just happen to do way better on Hinge. I mean, it's a lot more of a hookup app than ever before. I mean, it's always been that way to some extent, but it is very, very much that way now. I mean, like, nobody even bothers reading profiles on Tinder. Like on Hinge, that is a straight up requirement. You have to fill that out. It is very prominent. So I think that's like the biggest difference between Hinge and Tinder is, like, Hinge, there's actual ways to stand out beyond your pictures, while Tinder, I mean, it's pretty much just a picture game. So you're relying entirely on that. And like, Hinge has voice notes, voice prompts, as I recently brought up, how they like significantly increase the likelihood when being used that you'll actually get a date from whoever you're talking to, which is pretty cool. But what about Bumble? The whole thing about Bumble is that it's like a dating app geared towards women. They have all the control in terms of actually reaching out, which is like completely fine. I mean, you can dislike that, but that's like the selling point of it. But in the past year, Bumble has pretty much just tanked. It's really struggling. And even back in April, they decided that they're kind of foregoing with their whole selling point of their app and allowing guys to reach out to some extent by using opening moves, which is just like a preset amount of questions that you can send them. It's kind of silly. But 3 months after that, it clearly didn't do anything. It didn't move the needle for them, because they ended up laying off 1/3 of their entire staff. And that sucks too, because I actually want Bumble to do well, because the company that owns Tinder also owns Hinge, Plenty of Fish, OkCupid, Match, and like 40 others too. And I'll show you the list of these. They're very, very niche. So I'm not exactly surprised that so many of these ended up dying. I mean, most of these should just be a setting within Hinge or whatever, like baby boomer people meet. Just select the age range. That makes so much more sense. Or interracial people meet. I mean, I'm actually really surprised that Hinge allows you to, like, genuinely allows you to block people by the color of their skin. I'm very surprised by that. I'm not even saying like that's wrong or right or whatever. I'm just kind of surprised that they would allow you to do that. But yeah, I mean, the fact is, I want Bumble to do better, because Match practically has a monopoly at this point, and that's why they can get away with charging $170 super boosts and just monetizing the hell out of their app. And it has gotten so much worse. Like, fucking everything you can just pay for an advantage. And it's interesting because, like, dating apps are like the only subscription that you can pay for, that you pay a lot for, that doesn't actually guarantee you results, which is like, it makes sense because things just don't work that way. But that is deflating, because yeah, in Canadian dollars, that's $70 a month for the subscription tier, which is a lot of fucking money. But something else too, I don't really know if this is the case, But there's definitely a concern with AI actually getting good for whether catfishing is going to increase, because when you can essentially, with a click of a button, make yourself more attractive, like that's enticing to use. It's obviously stupid as hell to actually do that because you're going to go on a date and they're going to be like, what the hell just happened? Who are you? You're not going to just get away with it essentially. But yeah, have you noticed that? I don't really know if catfishing has increased to any extent, but when I'm actually on Hinge, I do see once in a while like a woman having a big filter and it's very obvious and that kind of thing. I mean, it's the same thing. It's like they're just kind of hiding and it's just going to backfire for any guy or girl that does something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, like you have to make a video just to override that. I mean, technically AI can also impact video, but they could actually get away with that if it was like a built-in thing through the app where the app has to be open and you have to like use their Tinder camera or whatever. But yeah, I guess we'll see if that happens at some point. I actually wonder how that affects YouTube, like in, I don't know, like 3-5 years, if it's actually indistinguishable from like this video. Like, is there going to be like YouTube certified cameras or something with such a like advanced encryption that, it gets a stamp of this is a real person? I have no idea. It's going to be wild in the next few years. But yeah, anyway, going back to the original question, is Tinder actually viable now in 2026? Yes, it still has options. It's still viable to some degree, but it is like, for me, it is not my daily driver. I'll just hop on it once in a while and I'll just, swipe a dozen or 2 times. And I think that's probably the best option for most people. There are some cities, for whatever reason, where it will just overperform, where, Bumble became the most popular dating app just in that city. Maybe they had a really strong marketing budget a long time ago, but it just kind of held there and it kept like, it didn't really diminish in users. And also there's like a rare occasion, because I help guys, where they tell me like, oh, I went on Boo, which is a dating app, which I didn't know until like a little while ago. And they had some results on it. But I mean, I went to SimilarWeb to see the most common or the most popular dating apps in my country that is used. And they were all pretty much just crap. Like they were either very, very monetized where you couldn't do literally anything. I think Boo is like that too, where you can't even like reach out without paying, or they were dead, or they were like, there were some options, but I don't know how to put this, but like the people that used it were, I guess, not people that I want to meet up with. Like maybe eccentric is the word. I don't know. They were just a different breed. Nothing wrong with that, but it just didn't seem like something I'd want to use. So for most people, it's probably going to be the same. Anyway, let me know if whatever app is doing best, if Tinder is actually an extra bit of grindiness in the past like month or so. It is the busiest time of the year for dating apps, so maybe it won't be too bad right now. January 4th is the busiest day of the year, which makes sense. It's so crazy that like New Year's resolutions and stuff that people, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like a good excuse to try to make some change, but it's like, why not just do that earlier? Though I guess, I mean, it is hard to not like gain weight from the holidays. I'm literally dealing with that, at least a few pounds right now. But anyway, I'm way off track here. I'll talk to you again soon.